Yo, what's up everybody? This is Vonte Vision, and we're gonna check out my camera bag today. Let's go. So, before we get into my camera bag, I wanna remind everybody to please subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it, and I'm gonna be releasing videos once a week. That's the goal with this. So, this is my camera bag. I'm gonna start here. I figure this would be a good place to start. With my camera bag, if anybody follows me on Instagram, they might have already noticed this camera bag in a lot of my pictures. You might start seeing them like more often. It's just a camera bag that I really like a lot. I've tried other camera bags and this is my favorite so far. This camera bag right here is made by Encase. I was actually doing a lot of research for one because I wanted to find one that wasn't so expensive, but also I was growing and I got a lot more gear in my bag. This is my favorite camera bag. I've gone through 2 other camera bags and this is my favorite so far. And this has a lot of space, has a lot of pockets. And so without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm gonna get into this camera bag right here. A lot of people might have seen me with some of this stuff, but this is what's in it. So first of all, let's start off with the camera. So it's obviously missing 2 slots. Normally right here, in this slot right here, it's my Canon 80D, and that's pretty much my workhorse. That's what I shoot all my videos off. That's my A camera. And then that's also paired really nicely with my Sigma, which I'm gonna get into shortly. But my Canon 80D, I've had that for about a year now. I like what it does. I like the quality it brings. A lot of times when I use this Canon 80D, people are asking me, they're like, yo, are you shooting 4K? What is this? And it's actually, I'm not even shooting in 4K. I'm actually just shooting it with the Canon 80D, and that's how good the quality is. A lot of people, when they see my work, they're thinking it's 4K, but it's not. And that makes me feel good too, because at the price point that it is, it's really nice. So I've been using it for about a year. My last camera before that, which actually still in this camera bag, is the Canon T5i. So it was a nice jump. With the 80D, it's a step above the Rebel series, and that's what I pretty much came into it. So, but I plan on upgrading. This Canon 80D has been serving me well, but every year you gotta consider, you know, you don't want to end up like Toys R Us, so gotta upgrade. So back to this though. The other thing that I pretty much have my Canon 80D paired with pretty much 80–90% of the time is the Sigma 18–35. And that's been my go-to lens for everything. It's also not too expensive compared to other brands, and that's another thing I was looking for. I wanted something sharp, but I didn't want to spend an arm and a leg to try and get something. So the Sigma 18–35, I use that quite often. It's a great focal length with something that you can get kind of sharp, kind of close, and also something kind of wide at the same time with the 18–35. And also goes down to 1.8, so at nighttime it's amazing at nighttime. So we have other pockets that are missing, and you might notice. So this is where the camera would go. This is the lens, and this is right here. Right here will be my audio source, and that's where I leave my microphone. And that's actually, I'm using this gear right now. Literally, this whole setup. Like I told you, I use this stuff primarily, and all the stuff that I'm mentioning will be down in the description if you would like to purchase it or want to check it out for yourself. But I have the Rode VideoMic Pro on here. I recently purchased it maybe about 6 months ago. The reason why I purchased it because I was doing a lot of weddings, and I really wanted to make sure I had the crisp, clean audio, something that was gonna stand out. And it's been helping me ever since. I really like it. There's a lot of things you can do with it, as far as like sometimes you might want to just grab audio that's just better, or you can use it as a boom mic. There's a lot of things that you can do. When I put this whole setup together, when I put my Sigma on there, my Sigma 18–35, my Canon 80D, and I plug in my Rode VideoMic Pro, my camera setup, I'm looking like a videographer. And I don't know if you've noticed it, to anybody who does wedding and photography and whatnot, you might get mixed up as a photographer, and it really helps when you have like a setup, or it just shows that like, yo, I am the videographer. And so just when I have this whole setup, people are normally knowing I'm here for videos. So let's get back to this camera bag. So next thing I want to get into is let me see. This right here is my Canon T5i. I used that camera for about 2 years. Yeah, I used this camera for about 2 years, and it was a good entry level. A lot of times when people ask me, I recommend the T5i. I recommend the Rebel series if someone wants to get into photography. I just think Canon has like some of the best colors, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't switched. And I'm also having a really hard time what I'm gonna do next, trying to upgrade and stay, you know, like I said, I don't want to end up like Toys R Us or anything like that, or Babies R Us. So that's why I upgraded to my ADD, and it's a really nice camera. I think the downfall to it that I didn't like about it was I always had problems with focusing, and I would always have to shoot a manual, and sometimes that's fine, but also sometimes you have instances when you might need that autofocus. So that was my constant problem with it, and I was also struggling with the settings, the camera body itself. Like, it's a good camera, it's a really good camera, but I just needed something else. I needed something better, and that's why I got the ADD. If I'm doing a wedding and I need to do photography, I'm gonna leave this on the whole time. So I use this when I go do weddings. Whenever I go do weddings, as far as being a photographer, this is what I bring. If I'm not taking any pictures, probably won't take this, because this is pretty expensive and I don't want to lose it and I don't want to break it. And this light is amazing. When you're in the reception time and they're throwing the flower, the bouquet, or they're doing things and it's the first dance and it's really dark, you're gonna need a light source, and you don't want to show up without a light source. Next thing that's in my camera bag, and I leave this little thing right here in my camera bag, and it's a prism. So I believe in trying to be creative, and I like to leave this little prism in my camera bag just in case. It took me a while to kind of learn how to really maneuver and how to use this better, but in a world where the barrier to entry to photography is very low, I need to think of things that's going to make me stand out. And I recommend this right here. I get some interesting shots. A lot of times when I bring this out, clients are asking me, what is that? And it's intriguing, and I think they could tell that I'm being creative. I like this a lot. I like using the prism a lot to block things out of the shot. So what I'll do is, let's say I wanted to block a little bit of this out, I could just kind of maneuver, depending on where I'm at or how I want to do it with the shot. I can play around with the prism, and I can kind of make my shot look a lot better than it was without it. And like I said, it makes me look a little bit more creative. I like trying to do something, so I recommend it. The link for one of these will be down in the description. Like everything for this camera bag will be there, but I recommend getting a prism. If you do videos or if you do photography, they're great for both. You can do a lot of damage with it. Just lower your aperture as low as you can, put it right next to it, and it's gonna look great. So the next thing that I have in this camera bag of mine, this right here, this is the 50mm from Canon 1.4. It's an amazing piece of glass right here. Listen to me when I tell you this. If someone tells me they want to get into photography, I say, yeah, get a Canon Rebel series camera and you'll be good, but also pair it with the glass. If you can get some good glass, yo, this is what I learned. I learned that the camera's not everything, you know. It's not all the features and the tweaks that it can do inside the body. It's also what the glass can do too. And I brought this 50mm, and this is without knowing anything about focal lengths or anything, but just the 1.4 is just so beautiful. It gives you that nice bokeh. It's just a really good glass to have. I recommend a Canon Rebel series camera and a Canon 50mm, and that's not gonna cost you an arm and a leg. It's actually it's not expensive at all to actually get this. This was like maybe like $200-300 right now. You can probably get one used, so that's pretty good as far as soon as you put this on, and it's just really great. When I do videos, I like wide shots, medium shots, and close-up shots. The 50mm gives me some of the best close-up shots. So another thing that's normally in this slot right here that I keep in my camera bag is right over here to my side, and that is my light source. Gotta keep a light source in the bag. I think it's important. This light source is really great. It's from Digital LS. I brought this light source a while ago. I highly recommend it. I think if you're gonna do videos, you need some type of light source. When you're doing these video shoots and it's late, the last thing you want to be stressing about is light. Like, you're gonna go to locations that you're not gonna have the best lighting, and being able to put this lighting up and being able to lower your camera settings is a good feeling every time. It's a great feeling. And so I recommend getting one of those. I'm gonna get another light source. I have plans for some other upcoming gear I plan on buying, but I don't want to tell everybody what I want because everybody gonna get what I want, and that's not cool because that's my stuff. So another thing that I normally keep in this camera bag, like I said, it's evolving, but this is something when I go shoot music videos, because that's what I do shoot a lot of. This right here is the big jam box. I've had this for a while. It's been beat up and bruised, and it's been in like every music video, and if you ever paid attention, you probably seen it in the background or something like that. So I'm just letting you know, it's a great speaker. I recommend it. I've had it for a while, so I think I might upgrade pretty soon. But I just recommend it. I like it because it's a big, loud speaker, and also the color of it. When I shoot videos, it doesn't really look too weird or tacky, or you want something that just in case if the camera does get it, it's not a big deal. Like, that's something that was important to me. So that's this red big jam box. I recommend it. So yeah, it's cool. Little spot right here. It's my batteries, backup batteries. This is what I use that slot for. It's pretty much miscellaneous small stuff. In this other pocket right here, I have in this pocket right here. It's really nice. I love that I'm able to have all my camera gear and my computer all in this backpack, and it's all sleek and chill, and no one will really know what I'm up to. And then lastly but not least in this camera bag is these are my camera straps. Whenever I'm taking pictures, I use these right here. I don't know the brand right now off the top of my head, but I will put it down in the description. I love this camera straps because when I'm taking pictures, I can attach and detach very quickly, and I can just leave this on my neck while I'm taking pictures. This also goes pretty far. It goes pretty long, so I love this. Has been one of my favorite purchases since doing photography, because it just made everything better. Like, a lot of times I need to take my camera off very quickly because I can't get the shot, and I don't have to always take this off. This is the way to go. Get one of these if you do photography. One of the biggest recommendations. And the last thing, my camera bag, just one of these. This is a SD card holder. Hold all your SD cards. I like that it's a hard case and it clips on to my belt. So when I'm doing the wedding, I can move around and I can get my shots. And if I need another SD card, it's right here. If I need to, it's just really convenient. And I like the hard case because I feel like nothing's gonna happen. I like knowing my gear is protected. I like knowing people don't treat your gear like you. Like, so something can happen where someone else has my gear and they're not gonna take care of it like I am, but at least I have protection. So that's pretty much in my camera bag, but things that are on the side that I want to mention. And this right here is my drone. This was not in my camera bag, but I can fit it in this camera bag with no problem. I've done it. I've actually done it. And I actually love that I could bring one camera bag to a music video, and I have my drone, I have my speaker, I have all my lenses, I have everything I need in there. And this is the Mavic Pro. This is just the first edition. So and I get a label maker, and I label all my batteries. It makes it really convenient when you're going to go do a video. So that's pretty much all my gear. My plan is to kind of keep this going on and going forward. Every week there will be a new video on Wednesdays. That's the plan. I want y'all to hold me to it, but don't kill me on like if it don't happen, but I want to make it happen because this is why I also did the camera bag. It's 2018, about to be 2019. It's only a couple months left, so I wanted to show you guys what's in my camera bag now. So in a couple of months, I can show you guys what I did in the future, and you can see how my camera bag changed and see how you got to keep evolving. That's the plan. Thanks for checking out this video. If you made it this far, find me at Instagram at Vonte Vision, and also at Twitter at Vonte Vision. Facebook also there at Vonte Vision, and also on YouTube where you're watching this video at Vonte Vision. And thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and peace.